Hi, welcome to my training video, Correctional Officers, how to carry your concealed weapon across state lines while on vacation or on a trip. Carrying a concealed weapon across state lines can be complicated. Every state has its own laws regarding gun permits, and these permits may be valid in certain states, or may not be valid in some areas of the state. Once you're sure you can carry legally a concealed weapon, where you're going, evaluate carefully what kind of mode of transportation you're going to be using, because that is instrumental into keeping you safe from obeying the law. As always, contact your local police or sheriff department and inquire about gun carrying laws governing your state and the state that you are going to. These laws vary from state to state and fall into four categories. The first category is unrestricted. Second category is shall issue. The third is may issue, and the fourth and final is the no issue. Unrestricted state allows the citizens to carry concealed weapons without permits. A shall issue state requires the citizens to have a permit to carry a concealed weapon, and this permit will be issued to anyone that meets certain requirements. A may issue state is similar to a shall issue state, except that the granting of the permit is partially at the discretion of the local police department or authorities. This means that even if you meet the state minimum requirement for a permit, local authorities can still deny your application. Last, a no-issue state does not allow anyone within its borders to carry a concealed weapon. Find out which law applies to you as you travel and arrange your plans. As always, check to make sure that you are in compliance by notifying the local sheriff or police department and inquire about the gun laws governing the particular area you're going to be visiting. Correctional officers, in many cases, are recognized as police officers or peace officers, but again, that will vary from state to state, and whether you're recognized as a peace officer or not depends on how they perceive your status within the agency or the state that you come from. Avoid using Greyhound buses. Greyhound specifically prohibits any and all firearms in their carry-on checked-in luggage. This even applies to dismantled and unloaded firearms, as well as replicas of firearms. They're very, very picky about what you put on their bus, and violation will usually result in a denial of transportation. So don't travel by Greyhound if you intend to carry a weapon. If you're considering traveling by plane or Amtrak, although both prohibit carrying concealed weapons and on-carry luggage, both allow you to store them in a checked luggage as long as they're declared first. Travel by plane or train if you're comfortable being in transit without access to your weapon. Final and the best or ideal situation is to consider travel by car. You can either use a rental car or your own personal car, but as long as you're in compliance with the laws of the states which you're traveling through, you should be able to go through these areas with the ease and compliance of the laws. Travel by car if you prefer to have ready access to your weapon at all times. Statutes concerning storing a firearm within your vehicle vary from state to state. Do your homework. Contact local police or sheriff. Find out for more information if you're in doubt. Retired and current law enforcement officers are exempt from carrying concealed weapon restrictions and are allowed to carry these weapons in all jurisdictions as long as they carry photo ID which shows their involvement with law enforcement and their current status. There are some places where it's illegal to carry a weapon, regardless whether it's concealed or in open view, including federal property, banks, public venues, theaters, sporting events, or 1,000 feet of a secondary or elementary school. Again, do your research. Make sure that you understand the do's and don'ts of carrying a firearm while on vacation or a trip, whether it's a business trip or a pleasurable trip. The choice comes down to this. If you're not comfortable with putting your weapon in an area where it's not readily accessible, then you need to start doing some homework and research what areas you can go and be allowed to carry your firearm in ready access at all times. As always, thank you for watching my videos.